Your Money, sponsored by Strategic Wealth Designers.
It is no secret the housing market is red hot right now. There are more people looking to buy than there are homes on the market. Thomas Riley is here to tell us if the housing market is overheating. And yeah, Kyle and I talk about this practically every day. It's so weird to me during a pandemic we have this kind of demand.
Yeah, right now the housing market, all across the nation is really hot right now. But basically what kind of drove that this past year is really those interest rates dropping. And so the cost of actually doing the mortgage for most people actually went down significantly. And so when that cost of mortgage went down, it really drove up the demand. Because interest rates are still low and people have gotten that stimulus spending this past year, more people are really demanding houses. But unfortunately, we're running into a shortage supply to where there's more houses or people wanting to have houses than necessarily available.
Yeah, which is driving up the price. So you have low interest rates, which helps. But then when the prices are sky high, then it still hurts. So are we going to hit a point where people just can't afford it and we're going to go the other way?
That's a great question there. So more than likely, we'll see the stock market continue, or not stock market, the housing market continue to increase throughout time. But probably what will happen is once interest rates kind of increase a little bit longer or a little bit higher, you'll see a little bit more of a drawback and you'll see house prices a little bit more in line with wage earners. Unfortunately, the housing market can't go up forever, but looking at it right now over this next year, there's a good chance it'll continue to increase. And then once rates kind of go up a slightly more, we'll probably see a little cool down in the housing market.
You know, one thing I saw just yesterday, one of the most Googled things right now is the housing market going to burst? Is this a bubble? So people definitely are starting to worry, aren't they?
Yes, and that's one common thing that we get here all across the country is that people worry that right now their housing market's going to crash or we're going to see a burn. But really what we're seeing is that interest rates are steadily low right now, and this is a lot different than 2008. Where in 2008 there was mortgages that we didn't really have strong mortgage backings, meaning that people were getting mortgages that they didn't necessarily need. And so right now the laws for getting mortgages are a little bit stricter than they used to be. So this isn't necessarily a bubble, but it's more of just a hot market going on right now.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's not a subprime mortgage crisis. All right, thank you. To learn more about this and other business-related news, go to local12.com/community.